WWE Champion time.
Go, 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 go.
It's the money, stupid fuck.
I love it. Go, 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 go.
By eBay.
Hell!
It's been tough.
Let's see here. I received a $1 tip from SnowKarl. SnowKarl says, now that I'm manually triggering pop-ups for tips, there's no risk of abuse or bad word use. That is correct. As you can see, it says so-and-so. I guess I could maybe see if I could edit that to say just like a supporter rather than so-and-so. Can I? I don't know if I can. I'm curious. Let me check something out. I can. I need to manually change it on each animation, but I can do that. I can make it say a supporter instead of so-and-so. Okay. Hold on a second. I'm going to do that right now. This is going to take me literally like 2 minutes. So SnowKarl inadvertently just allowed me to think to do this. So I will give an extra shout out to SnowKarl for reminding me about this live on the stream. Even though that wasn't his intention, it still resulted in something very positive. So thank you, SnowKarl, for the $1 tip. And thank you for the support. And now let's go on to what he's actually was saying. What he was saying is, would it be possible for me to add various different levels of animations, possibly for lower contributions? And what he's saying is, in this situation, for people who cannot tip the larger amounts or don't want to tip the larger amounts. So, for example, my animations for tips start at $4.20. And then there's a $5 level, a $6.66 level, a $10 level, a $20 level, a $50 level. There's actually a $30 level. And then there's a 75, 100, 150, and a 200. All those, okay, are actually levels of support that I play animations for. So basically what SnowKarl is asking is, could it be possible to add in even more levels of animations for smaller contributions? So maybe someone just wants to tip $1 or $2 that they would get an animation. All right. I mean, do you want me to be honest? Of course it's possible. There's absolutely nothing stopping us from doing that. For me, I wanted to set it up so that basically if you're going to contribute a certain level, it feels like a big reward for that level, right? And what I want to do is I want to kind of harken back to the early days of me streaming full-time in 2017, because a lot of you probably weren't around watching. I remember specifically what happened. So let me save this here. Save. Supposedly this is all working now. So now if someone tips and I play an animation, it should say a supporter. We'll find out. I guess I'll see if it works or not. So, in regards to what SnowKarl is suggesting, I want to tell you a story about back in the day, 5.5 years ago, when I started full-time streaming on Twitch. All right? I was playing Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'd started off the playthrough with my old style, which is basically just play the game and ignore everyone like they're not even there. Right? I'm playing this game for myself. I'm doing my own commentary. I'm filling dead air with my own stories and stupid, over-the-top sexualized jokes and humor. And at that point, when the adpocalypse hit, right when I was starting to play that game, I realized I needed to change. So right in the middle of the playthrough, I decided we're going to change this up. I'm now going to be an interactive streamer. I turned on things like the cheering and the subscriber notifications, all that stuff. And I tried to become an interactive streamer, okay? So at that point, I just used the defaults. And that was really stupid because I didn't understand how it worked. Those first few days of streaming, I had people coming into the streams and doing 10-bit cheer, 10-bit cheer, 10-bit cheer, okay? This would make a series of pop-ups happen. So it was like non-stop pop-ups. Someone would come in and spend $5 and get like 50 pop-ups. And the whole stream was inundated with it. All right? And then, of course, this led to trolling. Dumb fucks who would say the dumbest things, insulting things in those messages. So it was just like non-stop insulting messages on the screen. So obviously real fast I learned this doesn't work. You can't just have it be unlimited. You have to have a threshold that someone has to hit in order to get a shout out. And I think we actually changed it. Kagome, I'm sorry you're not feeling good. I'll see you later, hopefully. Have a good nap. Hope you feel better. We eventually changed it. So I think originally it was like 50 bits. Then even then that was too low. We had to change it to like 100 bits. Like we had to find the sweet spot. Okay? Once we found the sweet spot, two things happened. Number one, the incentive to give larger contributions was there because if people wanted to get that on-screen recognition, they would have to do a little bit more. So it incentivized giving a little bit more and supporting the channel a little bit more than just, say, a nickel. Okay? That's number one. Number two, it stopped the spam because there were people who were actively coming in and doing this spam and it was destroying everything. Okay? So here's the good news is because everything is manual now, it's not even possible to have spam. It's just not. If someone came on here and tried to tip $1, $1, and every dollar was an insulting message, I could just fucking ignore it. You guys would even know, you know? So that's the good news about it. I'm controlling everything. So you literally don't know of any malicious activity with tipping because it can't even exist. Because I control it all now. That's the good news. The bad news is, what SnowKarl is saying actually is quite true because there's no more automation, all right? It may make less incentive for people to tip because they like the whole automated tip popping up. What I can tell you is thank you because in the last 2 weeks that I had to change the way the tips came in, for the most part, I have not seen a decline in tips at all. In fact, it's pretty much in line with what I would normally get. So it's not like, oh, it's really ruining Phil and his business that he doesn't use Stream Elements anymore. It's actually not the case. Nothing's really changed. In fact, if anything, it's cleaner now because now you don't have idiots coming in with troll tips. You know, all that's gone. But you're right. Maybe what we'd like to do is long term, and this isn't something that I'm going to fix overnight. Perhaps long term, what we can do is we can sit down and look at levels. And maybe there should be a $1 level. Maybe there should be like a $2.50 level. I don't want to do 1,000,000. Here's why. Because then what's going to end up, you're going to have a $1, a $2, a $3, a $4, a $5, a $10, a $20, a $30, a $40, a $50, $60. You'll have 400 animations. It's going to become too much for me to manage. Like, just to give you perspective right now, when you guys are tipping, I'm looking at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different animation options on my screen. I'm already running out of room on one screen to just click on an option to play an animation. So the more I add, the more I'm convoluting it, the more overcomplicated I'm making it. You want this to be a simple, streamlined process. Someone tips, I catch it, I shout it out, I play an animation, we move on, right? Now, oh, well, $5, $10, $20, $31 tips came in, so now I have to keep clicking and talking and clicking and talking and clicking and talking, you know? It's actually nice that for the smaller contributions, I'm not constantly clicking animations. And let's be honest, yes, it makes it feel like there's a better reward for those who are contributing more when the animations are reserved for those who are gifting more. Yes, it's, I mean, you know, it kind of goes hand in hand. So I'm not shooting it down, but I'm also not saying let's do it. I said let's talk about it. Let's get the discussion going. What would be maybe a happy medium? What would be a place for us to make a compromise in the middle and say, so what would be the better? Because I'll tell you right now, $1, it ain't going to work. $1 is too little. $1 is disposable money for people who come on here and they're $1, $1, $1, $1, $1, $1. And the next thing you know, I'll have to play 400 animations, you know, within 2 days. Like, Jesus, it's not, that's too much, in my opinion. So we'd have to find, right now it's $4.20. That was the lowest you could tip to get an animation. All right. So, and that's still the same. It's at $4.20 is the lowest. So do you want to have one in the middle? Like maybe $2 or $2.50, something like that. Maybe add that a new level, a lower level. I'd maybe be willing to do that, but there's no way it can be $1. That's way too little. Most content creators don't even do that. Like most content creators have their animations way higher up than me. So, you know, I actually am giving out more in conjunction with that than a lot of other people. Okay. Oh, excuse me. All right. Thank you, SnowKarl. Well, guys, this has been a fun podcast.